The first thing I said when number one hit was like in Korean, like 너무 잘했어, like you did so well.
전 세계가 지금 하나의 노래, 하나의 문장을 따라 말하고 있습니다. 이 짧은 문장이 올해 글로벌 음악신을 뒤흔들 줄 솔직히 누구도 예상 못했습니다. 미국, 유럽, 남미, 중동 어디든 SNS 알고리즘을 켜면 첫 화면에 캐대형 코스프레가 쏟아져 나오고 학교 축제, 생일 파티, 결혼식, 회사 행사까지 누군가는 루미로, 누군가는 미라로, 또 누군가는 진우로 등장합니다. 심지어 미국 초등학교에선 할로윈 때 한 반에 5명 이상 루미 코스프레를 한다며 이런 제보가 너무 흔해져서 뉴스 가치도 없어질 지경이라고 합니다. 그런데 재미있는 건 이 폭발적인 인기 뒤에는 단순히 비주얼이나 스토리만 있는 게 아니라는 사실입니다. 대부분의 해외 반응을 보면 노래 때문에 캐대언에 빠졌다. 이게 거의 공식처럼 나옵니다. 특히 골든 전 세계 1위를 찍고 8주 연속 빌보드 핫백을 지배한 그 노래. 이 곡이 캐대언을 단순한 애니메이션이 아니라 하나의 문화적 사건으로 만들었습니다. 그리고 오늘 여러분께 보여드릴 이 인터뷰. 현재 해외에서 캐대언 인기의 핵심을 이해하려면 반드시 봐야 할 영상이라고 불릴 만큼 엄청난 주목을 받고 있습니다. 왜냐면 이 노래를 부른 가수 이제 그녀의 인생 스토리가 캐대언의 성장 서사와 너무나 닮아 있기 때문입니다. 실제로 인터뷰는 시작부터 많은 사람을 울렸습니다. 여러분이 보게 될 장면은 전 세계 수백만 명을 울린 바로 그 인터뷰입니다.
Hi, I'm EJ, singer-songwriter and also singing voice of Rumi in K-pop Demon Hunters. When I was 5 or 3, my mom overheard me singing like a bunch of K-pop songs, and my uncle was like, I think she should be a singer when she grows up. And that's like kind of where it started of like my dream to become a singer. So I auditioned a bunch and like went to karaoke every day, and then I got really lucky and I got into SM. SM Entertainment is one of the biggest labels in Korea. They train artists essentially. Cast a couple kids who have talent and they train them to become a K-pop idol, a singer. And so you go through really rigorous training. I was a trainee, so 2003 is when I got in. I was like around 11, all the way to after college. So I came out 2015. SM and I think we had different visions, and I got dropped, and I was incredibly depressed. I was incredibly devastated. I felt like I let down 11-year-old me because I worked really, really hard. Really, it was not even kidding, blood, sweat, and tears of how much training I did. Hours of singing, hours of dancing, trying to improve. So yeah, I just felt like all that hard work went to nothing. I was just kind of drenched in this whirlwind of like doubt, self-doubt, imposter syndrome. What do I do with my life? And at that time, like I fell in love with like the underground music scene of the SoundCloud scene. I taught myself how to like produce on Ableton and make beats. And that's kind of how I like started like emoting myself through like songwriting and beats. I kind of was determined to like get better at producing. And so every day, not even kidding, I would walk from home all the way to Hongdae, which is a place in Korea. And I'd go to the cafe from like, I'm not even kidding, like maybe 3 p.m. all the way to like 12 a.m. just like producing. Every single day, including weekends. I met Andrew Choi. He brought me into his team essentially, and he started mentoring me, and we started doing K-pop together. And he would bring me into SM song camps, which is so full circle. In my first SM camp, my first session, back in 2017, I still remember, I wrote a song called Psycho by Red Velvet. 2 years later, that song got it got cut too by Red Velvet. I moved to New York at that time to start doing more pop, but COVID happened, and then that song blew up in Korea. I started, naturally writing more K-pop because of that song. I just kind of like kept writing ever since, and taught myself how to vocal produce because everything was all remote. I had to teach myself how to record myself and mix myself and all that stuff. Because that's around the time I got on the project of K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters, and that is taking over social media and breaking box office and Netflix records.
Making history, topping the Billboard Hot 100, the first time a female group has done that since Destiny's Child in 2001.
I'm like just, I'm just so happy, like, oh, it makes me really sad. I worked really hard as a kid. So like, you know, I told you when I was 23, I felt so... The biggest part that I was sad about is not just being dropped, it was because I let her down and she worked so hard. You know, the first thing I said when number one hit was like, in Korean, like, 너무 잘했어, like, 수고했어, meaning like, you did so well, you worked so hard, good job, you know, good job. You know, it's kind of what I wish a lot of people can say to people, because you don't see the good part. They was like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? Sometimes you just have to like be like, you know, you're doing amazing. You're doing great. Good job. You know, you worked hard. I'm just really grateful that I was able to carry that dream to some level, you know. I'm happy I could make her proud because that was my biggest regret. Like, it's an understatement. Like, I just feel so grateful and honored to even have that. Even like say fans. That's so odd that I can say fans. Wow, it's crazy. I feel like I'm receiving flowers from them. It's such a beautiful thing to experience, and I'm so grateful.
화려한 성공의 뒤에 얼마나 긴 시간 동안 어린 시절의 꿈을 끌어안고 버텨왔는지 이 영상은 캐대언을 좋아하든 아니든 누구든 마음이 흔들릴 수밖에 없는 장면입니다. 이제는 자신의 이야기를 조용하게 하지만 굉장히 단단하게 말합니다. 누구에게 화려한 성공을 자랑하는 느낌이 아니라 오히려 이 길을 정말 오래 걸어왔다는 고백에 가깝죠. 특히 많은 해외 팬들이 울었다는 대목이 있습니다. 바로 정말 잘했어, 수고했어. 이 말을 자기 자신에게 해줬다는 장면. 사람들은 성과만 보지만 그 과정에서 쌓인 좌절과 눈물은 오직 본인만 알고 있다는 걸 그 짧은 문장 하나가 너무 명확하게 보여줬습니다. 그래서 해외 댓글들은 지금도 이렇게 쏟아지고 있습니다. 이 노래가 왜 이렇게 가슴에 박히는지 이제 알겠다. 그녀의 스토리가 캐대언 세계관과 닮아 있다. 이 목소리는 그냥 노래가 아니라 인생 경험이더라. 이제는 이 인터뷰에서 팬들의 사랑을 꽃을 선물 받는 기분이라고 표현했습니다. 겉으로는 담담했지만 그 조용한 미소 속에서 정말 오래 버틴 사람만이 할 수 있는 말이었습니다. 그리고 그 진심이 캐대언의 인기와 만나 지금 이 거대한 메가 히트를 만들어내고 있는 겁니다. 여러분은 이제 인터뷰를 보시고 어떤 느낌을 받으셨나요? 여러분의 의견을 댓글에 남겨주세요. 이상 정보 클립이었습니다. 감사합니다.